Welcome to Foxes and Fairy Tales. Today I'm going to be doing the Do I Have That Book challenge tag. This is a little bit like a scavenger hunt around your bookshelves where we go through 20 questions about books and we see whether or not there is a book on my shelf that matches each of those. My shelves aren't the biggest and I do tend to unhaul books I don't think I'll reread, so I am a little unsure depending on how nichey these things are, how tied to special editions, whether I'm going to do great with it, but I think it'll be really fun to try. I've had this tag on my radar for a while, but I have been putting it off because the original tag was timed, although I'm not going to do that. But I was well aware that I'm going to be pulling things out, grabbing things off shelves, shoving them back wherever I feel like, and I didn't want to mess up my shelves too much. But quite honestly, my shelves are an absolute riot as it is. I have books crammed in wherever they fit. I have books hidden behind books where they fell. I have books that are sitting at diagonal angles. I have cables falling out of boxes and Funko Pops that have fell on the floor and lost limbs now scattered on the shelves. It is a mess anyway, so this tag really can't hurt. It's the perfect time to do it. As we are going into the kind of burr months and things are getting colder, it's very likely that here in Scotland we are soon going to have the darkness, the rain, weekends where honestly you don't want to leave the house at all. And those would be the perfect weekends for pulling everything off the shelves and retidying everything from scratch, going into the new year with kind of fresh eyes. So I think this is the right time to do this tag when it shouldn't matter too much in the long run. I want to thank Leslie at Books Are the New Black. She filled out this challenge as a blog post, and that's what re-sparked my kind of interest in giving it a go myself. The original video came from Tabby at Keeping Tabs on YouTube. She hasn't updated her channel in a while, but I will link to Tabby's original video and Leslie's updated blog post in the description below. With all of that said, let's go check out the shelves. Okay, so I'm going to probably stick mostly on this kind of corner bookshelf just because it is my biggest bookshelf. But I do also have this one over here which is full of boxes of cables and books and stationery and mishmash stuff. So I have that one potentially too to rake through. But I think most things will be in the corner unit, to be honest. Because this one is, there's quite a lot of non-bookish stuff on it. So we're going to start over here, I think, because this seems like the best place to start. Do you have a book with deckled edges? Yeah, this might not start well. I definitely have had a book with deckled edges. I remember having it. I don't remember what book it was. Definitely a hardback though, and not necessarily old, are they? You do still get them, but no. Nope. Okay, we're down the hardback shelf. No. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's really hard to see, isn't it? Not massively in focus, but you can see, yeah, deckled edges. So, My Lady Jane. Okay, so for question 2, the question is, do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? And I must. Like, I mean, not to be overly confident, but it does seem like something that would be fairly common. Definitely on fantasy novels, if not romances. My first thought is Holy Terrors. Not that one. Holy Terrors. Maybe. there's 3 figures on the cover, but where are those? Maybe it's meant to be the 3, like maybe different incarnations of Vanya. Would that count? Is that cheating? If it is, we'll go for the safer option. And Painted Devils by Margaret Owen. That definitely counts as 3 people on the cover. We have Vanya, Emmerich, and what was she called? The ghosty blood lady. Question 3. Do you have a book based on another fictional story? Now, the example used in the blog post I've got is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, because that's that one that's based, the real world in Fangirl, isn't it? Which I have read, but I never kept it because I didn't like it that much. I don't know that I do. Story based on another story. All that kind of meta stuff. I don't really know that I have anything like that. Ignore the stack of books in the corner. Let me have a think. Okay, so I looked at the original tag, and in that one she talks about using things that were based off of fairy tale or mythology as being based on another story, which totally makes sense. And in which case, actually, for the first time, I am very, very confident. I love retellings. I love seeing how different authors come at the same old tropes and reuse them. So I definitely have lots of retellings here. But for this one, what can I see off the top now? There's one right there. In fact, all 4 of those are retellings. The Crown Ends All, The Games Gods Play, and Girl Goddess Queen are all Greek mythology retellings. And A Treachery of Swans is a Swan Lake retelling. So yes. Question number 4 is, do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? Okay, so there's going to be a lot of counting here. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 letters is a lot less than I thought. I was thinking I was going to look for things with really long titles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't count. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, okay, less than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah, definitely the titles need to be even smaller than I was thinking. Okay, so maybe like a 2-word title? Something along those lines. What about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, maybe even a 1-word title then. I'm definitely focusing on the books that are basically at like kind of eye height, whereas I probably should be looking a bit further afield, shouldn't I? I think the 1-word titles I've got up on that Terry Pratchett shelf are too small. I think they're shorter than 10 letters. I feel like this shouldn't be as hard as it is. Lucky Day is 8, Crown Jewel would be 9. Oh, there. My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brodie Ashton, and Jodie Meadows. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 letters. Okay. Do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? And again, I was going to say I definitely do. It sounds easy, but we're not going to do that anymore. Okay, so most of the books are going to start with like A. I'm thinking like Conspiracy of Truth, or they'd start with the. So ideally we want something that ends with a A or a T. And then it should be fairly easy to figure out the starting one, shouldn't it? That's my logic. Probably bad logic, but it is my logic. Oh, actually, yeah, there. Not the logic I was using, but Small Gods by Terry Pratchett both starts and ends with an S. Number 6, do you have a mass market paperback book? And yes, I do. This is the box where I keep my kind of uglier books, the ones that don't have particularly pretty spines. So most of my cozies, I think, because I tend to get them secondhand, most of my cozies are mass market paperbacks. So yeah. Number 7, do you have a book by an author using a pen name? I'm trying to think of authors that use pen names. Shauna Maguire, but I don't think I actually have anything by Mira Grant. I think I only have Shauna Maguire. Other authors that use a pen name would be T. Kingfisher. For T. Kingfisher, we are over on the other shelf, and there we go. We have the Paladins books and Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. That is a pseudonym. We'll just stay over here for a bit, see if there's anything else. Number 8. Do you have a book with a character's name in the title? Character's name in the title. Oh, over in these classics, we have Evelina and Belinda and Poor Miss Finch. So yeah, any one of those. Hester by Margaret Oliphant is in there too. And Hester is actually the group read for October this year. So I should probably pull that out anyway. Because I'm going to potentially be reading this one. Or rereading it. So yeah, Hester by Margaret Oliphant. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? Oh, 2 maps in it. I don't even know if I have books with 1 map in it. I'm really not a maps person. Like, I tend to just flick straight past them. So I honestly probably wouldn't even notice. Okay. I'm thinking here that maps are gonna be in the kind of more second world epic fantasy, aren't they? Oh, we have Priory. There's 1 map. There's 1 map in Priory. And I mean, technically that's 2, isn't it? It's the page 1, 2. Yeah. So, The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Oh, where did I take that from? Must have been up here, wasn't it? I have. Yeah, this is where we might. Oh, as I said, we're not worrying about making a mess because this all needs retidied at some point anyway. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? I do. I just saw it. I just saw it a minute ago. We have Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. And technically, the Vampire Lestat is coming out at some point next year. Question 11. Do you have a book written by someone who is originally famous for something else? A celebrity, athlete, politician, TV personality, etc. Honestly, I very, very much doubt it. Ignore everything on the shelves. That Beak, Tooth and Claw might be a TV presenter. It's like a nature book, but I don't know that she is. Oh, okay, we're back at the bigger shelves. Yeah, I don't know. I do the one that I'm thinking of. The only one I can think of would be the Richard Osman book. What's it called? The Thursday Murder Club. But I know I don't have that. I did at one point have one of Carrie Fisher's books, but I really don't read a lot of memoir or celebrity books, so I don't think so. I think the answer is no. I don't have any on my shelf. 12 is, do you have a book with a clock on the cover? And I would assume so, but I also don't know. It's not a clock. Maybe one of these. They all had little symbols on them, didn't they? I don't know why it would be a clock. No. Okay, clocks. I'm thinking time travel. But I don't think I have any time travel-y books. Arcana Academy might have a clock on it, but I don't have a physical copy of that. Yeah, no, I don't. Oh, I mean, he's got a watch on. Could we class the watch as a clock? Is that cheating? Okay, we're going to say that one. How to Bang a Billionaire by Alexis Hall. Maybe counts. Counts enough. Counts enough. Number 13 is, do you have a poetry book? And I will tell you right now, chances don't look likely. I'm not a poetry reader at all. If the ones I've owned, I think I've unhauled almost immediately. So no, I'm gonna say straight away, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna bother getting up. No. Do you have a book with an award stamp on it? Oh. See, the problem with this is that having a book with an award sticker on it implies you had the patience to wait until the book had been out long enough to have received awards. And I am not a patient person. So I doubt it. I'm trying to think of books that have been out for a while that I got after they've been out for a while. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Oh wait, maybe. No. Yeah, no. Okay. Do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain the answer to this is no, because it came up as I think it was one of the extra, the sightseeing prompts in Magical Readathon, and I remember having to ask for some recommendations and not having any on my shelf. So I don't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Do you have a book of short stories? Much like poetry, I would doubt it. Okay, I do have one. It might be cheating because it's not really a book of short stories. It's this one, The Summer Palace and Other Stories by C.S. Pacat. So there's like 3 stories in there. So I think it counts. We're gonna say it counts. I don't think I have any other short story collections. Do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages long? Okay, maybe like one of these. Yeah. Oh, that's like 560 odd. So something smaller than body thief. Maybe not. I don't even see page numbers in this one. That's it's a next time on. Oh, 401. Okay, so that's I keep coming back to the shelf because it's like a comfortable height, which I know is not the strategy, but It is the strategy. 504. 504, so that's between, yeah. So, ooh, heavy chunk. Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. 18. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? So not a TV show, but an actual film. I have quite a few that were turned into TV shows. Because if we come down here, Anxious People was a TV show. And so was The Ghost Bride. They're not movies. Okay. Just move that out of the way till we see what we've got here. I mean, Wicked was turned into a musical, which was turned into a movie. I mean, that's probably cheating. Probably more cheating, to be fair, than. Okay, I'm still cheating because I picked it for something else. But what if? Oh, The Queen of the Damned. There, I was gonna say, what if we change my answer from a book based on a TV show, from Interview with the Vampire to one of the other ones that I have, to Anxious People, and then I could use Interview with the Vampire for the one turned into. But Queen of the Damned was also turned into a movie, just a very, very bad one. So, Queen of the Damned by Anne Rice. Number 19 is, do you have a graphic novel? And I absolutely do. So back over here we have Heartstopper by Alice Oseman in there. And I actually have this one here, Magical Boy, which is like a trans type of Sailor Moon story that I really loved. So yeah, I have a couple. I don't have a huge amount, but I do have a couple. And the last one, last question, number 20 is, do you have a book by 2 or more authors? I'm thinking of that Masks of Mirrors by Emmy Carrick, but I don't actually own it. Oh, I do. These, the point of hopes and point of all the point of things. These, yeah. So, Point of Hopes by Melissa Scott and Lisa A. Barnett, and all its sequels. And I may have buggered that up a bit. This is just the smallest one because it's easiest to pick up. I think this is like maybe the second one in the series. It's a novella. So yeah, Point of Knives. I'm just kind of wriggle. You know what? It can sit like that. It's fine. We're gonna tidy it at some point. So I think that's the last question. So there you have it. I did better than I thought I would. Quite honestly, I wasn't expecting to get as many as 15. 16 if we're counting the watch as the clock, which I'm not sure if that feels more like cheating than some of the other ones that were a little bit like cheating. So maybe we're not, maybe it's 15 rather than 16 that I said, but I'm really happy with that either way. I think that was way more than I thought. I knew that from Storygraph, I know that I do about a third of my reading physically, so it makes sense that there would be lots of books that might have fitted the prompts but won't be on my shelves. I had a good time. I did kind of stick to certain shelves that were just at eye height. Um, and I definitely kept going back to that shelf with the Little Thieves books on it. Again, because it was at that right height and it was directly in front of me. I might have had an easier job if I'd kept myself, looking up and down and round. But I did find everything I wanted, and I don't think I missed anything. I think the ones that I didn't get, I don't think I had. So I don't think I missed anything out particularly. This was a really fun tag to do. This was a really fun challenge. If you want to take part and try it yourself, whether it's a video or a blog post, let me know. I'd love to have a look. Let me know if you have any thoughts about any of the books that I picked out in this video, or any suggestions for what you would have picked for any of the questions. If you don't have anything in particular that you want to comment, then just leave me a watch or a clock emoji. I've had a great time with this. I'd love if you could like the video, maybe subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you would like to see more of these sort of tags on the channel. If you've enjoyed the video, I would really love if you could like it and subscribe to the channel for more updates in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.